Hello.
Oh my gosh, hi!
Sorry, my video's not on.
There you are. Hi. I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm good. I was running a little behind too because I took my dog for a run and I hopped in the shower and then I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have wet hair for this interview. Oh well.
That's okay. Me too, surprisingly. Like it's I also went on a run with my dog. I didn't. I don't have a dog or a run, but I did go on a walk because I was nervous.
No, I never walk go for runs with my dog, but it was supposed to be a walk and then she was just like, come on mom, let's go, and I'm like, do we have to do this?
Oh, why?
I was like, all right, I guess.
Come say hi.
Oh, this is my babies.
Hi.
Yeah, I've had her for almost three years.
Wow.
She's my little rescue girl and she's crazy and she has so much energy. Okay, off.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, it like forces me to take her out. Okay, sorry. Just put her outside because she's like, something's happening out there.
Yeah, well, I mean, something's happening everywhere. Congratulations on your write-up in Women's Health Mag.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a big deal for me and I like was freaking out. It still doesn't feel real. It's crazy.
I feel like this is that restaurant etiquette where am I supposed to wait till they eat so that I can eat, or can I eat already? It's all good.
It's all good.
It's
sorry.
all good. So what I saw in the write-up that you said that you don't eat your first meal until around noon. So is this like breakfast for you?
Yeah, so I woke up a little earlier today. I don't know, every day is kind of different. So normally I wouldn't eat until like this time, but I was hungry earlier, so this is like snack time now.
So you're really about like mindful eating and like intuitive eating because you said today is different and you're just kind of going with.
Exactly. Yeah, because it's hard for me to go by a certain schedule or because I mean that never really worked for me. I don't really like I've tried meal prepping. I got bored of eating the same thing every day and like what I thought was meal prepping at the time was like brown rice, broccoli, chicken, like
boring chicken with nothing on it.
Exactly. So and that never worked for me, but that's what I thought healthy was. So now I just kind of like every day is different. I listen to like when I'm hungry. One of the main things is I don't like to go by like, oh, it's lunchtime, I need to eat lunch, or which I mentioned in the article.
Yeah.
Because I would do that all the time. Even if I wasn't hungry, I'd be like, it's dinner time, I have to eat a full meal, but like I'm not actually hungry. And then I end up eating a full meal anyways. And yeah. So
no, I think that's well, a little about me. Like I'm pretty new to my journey with everything. I met Constance and she's doing Funny Fat Friend, and it really has inspired me to take a look at those three pillars: the fitness, the food, the function. She pointed me to you and then highlighted you as influencer of the month. So thanks for sitting down to eat on camera with me.
Oh my gosh, of course. I have some string cheese.
Oh yes.
My go-to. And then I also have these like Brussels sprout puffs that I got from, so I found them through Thrive, and I looked at these and I was like, disgusting, like I'm not gonna eat these. And then I tried them and I was like, oh my gosh, these are actually so bomb. So now I get these all the time.
Well, are they Brussels sprout flavored, or are they like cheese puffs but made of Brussels sprouts?
Yeah, they're like cheese puffs but made of Brussels sprouts. So they have a little tinge of Brussels sprouts, which I love Brussels sprouts because I'm a weirdo. So
what a new find for me. As a kid, I was like, everybody hates Brussels sprouts. It's actually written into media. Everyone's supposed to hate Brussels sprouts. So I didn't have my first Brussels sprout till I was an adult, and they're great.
They're so good, especially if you like roast them until they're crispy and then you put like some Parmesan cheese on them or something.
Oh,
they're like my favorite vegetable. And people hate them. I'm like,
I do. I add them a lot, like shaved to salads too, or a quesadilla. I put it in the middle of a quesadilla.
That's such a good idea. I've never had that.
Oh, okay. So here's a good question.
Yes.
What is always in your fridge or pantry? Like I always have a thing of salsa. Always.
Oh my gosh, yes. I'm the same actually. I love salsa. I always have almond milk. Um, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you I have my coffee too. Because
Hey.
coffee and tea like all throughout the day. What are you eating?
Oh, well, Constance made for last night for dinner, so I'm having some leftovers. I'll have to send you a picture because I'm not sure I can hold it up and do it justice, but it's an eggplant pizza.
Yum.
Yeah. So it's vegan, this whole thing, because Constance and I live together. I guess I should preface that for everyone. It does make meal prepping easier because we take turns cooking, and I've learned I'm not a chef and I'm learning how to cook. So it's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been using vegan cheese because what she's on, she's not doing gluten or dairy really. And it's been crazy experimenting with what kind of non-cheese cheeses actually melt. So.
Do you guys have a Trader Joe's near you?
We do. I'm obsessed.
They have that almond cheese.
They do?
They have almond cheese.
We have not tried that. That's going on the list.
I'm not even vegan or dairy free or anything, but it's low cal and it tastes completely normal. So
really?
I eat it all the time. Yeah. Vegan.
Does it melt?
Yeah, it melts perfectly. It melts so yeah. They killed it. I don't know what they did.
This just turned into a plug for Trader Joe's and vegan cheese that melts, because that's what we've been experimenting with, like how to get one that will actually give us that bubbly, cheesy.
No. Ooh, I've made nachos with it, put it on pizza. Yeah, it's bomb. Yeah. And I could be eating normal cheese, but I buy that. So that's
might as well, especially if it has all the other, and it's made of almonds, you said? Even better, getting your healthy nuts.
Like almond milk cheese. Yeah, it's perfect. Oh my God. It's so good. Yeah, you need to try it.
Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm going to do afterwards? I'm going to email you a couple of my favorite Trader Joe's things, and then I'll have to get a couple of your other recommendations, because I feel like that's something that if there's a Trader Joe's around people, which they should be everywhere.
I know.
Change my life.
Some of my followers will message me and be like, I don't have a Trader Joe's near me. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm a walking, breathing Trader Joe's advertisement because it's literally all I eat. Like that's the only place I grocery shopped in the first like 8 months of my weight loss journey. Like I would just go there and I would probably go there every 2 days, if not every day. Which some people don't have the time to do that, which I understand. And I would go there, I would buy, I would kind of, one of my main things is I like to shop like day to day instead of doing a big grocery shop, because I found that I would do a big grocery shop and then I would have all this food in my house. And some of it would go bad.
Right?
I would like waste food. So yeah, I started to just like go every day or every other day and buy like enough food for, or whatever I was having for dinner that day or the next day.
Very European, very market shopping, right? Like,
yeah. And I loved it because I'm just like, I'm a regular at Trader Joe's. I know all the people, like, because I love
like, oh, what's for dinner tonight?
Yeah, exactly. And I love grocery shopping at Trader Joe's. Like, it's very relaxing for me.
I'm a stress condiment buyer. So if I'm feeling really anxious, I'll be like up and down the condiment aisle, reading labels, being like, oh, wow, what a fantastic use of Chipotle. Who knew? And then I'll walk out of there with like 3 new sauces. So I
love hot sauce. I love sugar-free barbecue sauce, Chipotle. Delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been making a Greek yogurt Chipotle garlic sauce kind of thing. I'm calling it a crema, but we don't know. But it's just they use my NutriBullet is my #1 used thing in my kitchen.
That sounds so good.
Oh, I'll have to send you the recipe. I should probably just post the recipe. I'm terrible at social media, by the way, and you are amazing.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying so hard. It's honestly really new to me, and that's why I sometimes I don't post. There's like certain days or weeks where I won't post. And I'm just like, I hate this because
that's so refreshing, because most people, or I feel like people, so you didn't set out to have this be part of your journey. What made you decide to start sharing your journey with social media?
So what started everything was, so I love like what I do, and like I love posting and it's awesome, and I love getting messages and I love getting the comments and stuff.
Right.
It's just really like, as you can imagine, I like have a lot of stress to post, and it's just like
Ooh.
it's so hard, but I do love it. I just wanted to preface that.
No,
Um
I think that's really important though, because social media always seems like a really glamorous side of life where you're only seeing and you're building a brand and you're saying, and
exactly.
there's timetables and algorithms. But the truth is, like, you're a normal person whose whole life didn't start out to be, I'm assuming you didn't study marketing necessarily, or
Well, I actually did.
you did.
I
Oh,
did
you
study
have a little leg
marketing
up
in
then.
school, but it's not, I never did like, this is this is all new to me. Like I don't really, I know marketing like from a business standpoint.
Mm.
I mean, I've only done like entry level marketing jobs, so
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about social media that much. Like,
I mean, clearly though, being your relatable self, people are really responding to
yeah,
that
I
because
try to, because at first I started and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to be an influencer. I need to do all this stuff. Like, kind of like I knew what other influencers were doing,
right.
and I thought I had to like copy them. So I was like trying to find like my niche in
Mm.
the like Instagram world, but then I realized I reached a point where I'm like, I'm just gonna like, I don't need these fancy edits. I don't need my page to have an aesthetic. I'm just gonna
Oh,
like, I'm just gonna like post content, and I'm
yeah.
gonna post what I want, and I'm gonna be honest.
Yes.
And then people ended up liking that even more. So I was just like, thank God. Like, because then when I tell people, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like kind of like an influencer, like a fitness influencer, and then it goes straight to like, oh yeah, I post like butt pics, and I post, like all those fitness influencers.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, 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 like my page is so normal, like I don't even know.
It's really just like a wellness, celebrate your life, make good choices kind of thing, right? And I think that's
100%.
yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, I started basically. I knew TikTok was a thing. I never had it,
Mm.
and then one day I just decided to download it, and I was like going through videos, super entertaining. I love TikTok. I spend like an hour a day on TikTok. I love it. It's like the best form of entertainment for me. I'm like,
It's
should I watch?
wild. Have you heard someone be on TikTok and you sat next to them and don't see what they're seeing? It sounds insane.
Oh yeah, it sounds crazy.
It's hysterical. It's actually maybe more fun for me than sitting and watching TikTok is listening and being like, what?
And then seeing people like, I mean, I do it. I'll be sitting next to my friends,
Uh-huh.
and I'll just burst out laughing, and they're like, "You're TikTok? Like, are you watching TikTok?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And
Obviously.
most of the time, it's just from reading comments. I'm a big comment on TikTok person. Like,
Ooh.
I'll read the comments. They are hilarious. Like, it's my favorite thing to do ever.
I
But
don't
yeah,
have a TikTok yet. So now I'm like, oh, I need to.
oh my gosh, it's the best. You need to get it. So at first, you'll get it, like I
Mhm.
did, and they're trying to
Be like
figure you out.
overwhelmed.
Oh yeah, because so when you first get it, they don't know who you are, like
Right.
TikTok. They don't know what you like to watch. Kind of like Instagram, like they show you what they think you're interested in.
Oh, sure.
So I would get all these weird videos, and I'm like, all right, like what's going on? And then the more I started watching, like they could tell like what kind of videos I'm liking and like what I'm interested in. So then slowly some fitness and like weight loss or TikTok videos came up, and I was like, this is so cool. Like I have a before and after, like I have a weight loss journey. Like I wonder if I should post it. And this was in like November. And then I kind of sat on it because I wasn't really ready to like
Mm.
share. No one had ever seen like my before picture ever, besides maybe a few people.
Wow.
And so it was kind of a big deal for me to like put that out into the universe.
Yeah.
And I posted it. It was like a morph video, and like kind of like morphing from my before to like middle after. And
Wow.
then it was like so horribly done because it was my first video. I had no idea how to use TikTok. Like I look back at my old TikTok videos and I cringe so hard. But yeah, so I posted it and then it kind of blew up, but not that much. And then I posted like one of my like snacks that I like, or low calorie snacks that help me lose weight. And that one blew up. And I remember I was sitting getting my hair done by my friend. She was in beauty school at the time. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like I was getting all these notifications and I was like, what's happening? Like, I don't know what to do. What's going on? And then it just started like coming and coming and coming. And I was just like, what is happening? And then I was like, I should start a fitness Instagram to like channel into this.
The TikTok came first.
The TikTok came first.
Okay, interesting.
That's where I get probably 90% of my Instagram followers is through TikTok.
I am so sorry. Can you hear this motorcycle on my end?
Oh my gosh. I can barely hear it.
Oh, okay, good. As long as it's not really like, I was like, this guy.
No, you're good.
Or gal, whoever they are.
So yeah, actually on TikTok, I have like 860,000 followers.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, and then on Instagram I have like 120K. And so it kind of like channels in. So TikTok's kind of like the big one. But with that being said, TikTok, I give my Instagram more of my loyalty because those are the people that really like saw my journey and wanted to like go through, find my Instagram, follow me on there. So I
committed to being a part of your
exactly. And TikTok is very like there's a lot of people on TikTok. So
and it is such a low commitment sort of idea that the people coming to Instagram are ones that are going to spend more time, going to check back with you. That makes a lot more sense. Totally.
Exactly. And the people who like message me and engage in my content. And
yeah. No, I mean, that's something that really stood out to me when Constance and I were chatting about people that were inspiring her and her wanting to do Influencer of the Month, is that she's like, oh, my friend on Instagram. And I'm like, me being like, I'm not old enough to not be good at social media, but I'm terrible at social media. And I was like, this stranger is actually chatting with you. And the fact that you're so relatable, I feel like that really helps. Like you actually are responding to people.
Yeah, well, I try. It's hard because I get a lot of messages. But if I like, I'll scan through them. And if like one like really stands out to me, or in the beginning, I was answering every single one of my DMs, every single one. And it's hard because it's not just like, hi, like I love your stuff, or I mean, some of them are like that, but since I did lose so much weight, all of the messages, or a majority of the messages, are like, how did you do it? Or
right,
can you give me some tips? Or can you, like, they're very vague. And I'm like, well, I have Q&A highlights. I have all of my stuff I've posted where I do give advice. Like, I don't really have time to explain to you everything. Like,
that's an interesting aspect, I think, that people don't maybe think about, is that because there's the anonymity of not speaking face to face or not having a phone call, that you are shooting a message off, that we're only thinking about it from, I know me and I need help. And then that's not really giving you much. And that also isn't really your job. What you're bringing your journey to them. People need to extrapolate and do the work.
I'm not really, like, I'm not a professional nutritionist or like personal trainer. So like, I can't, it's hard for me to give advice. I can only speak to my experience.
Right.
So, but yeah, if someone does ask me a specific question or something that I can easily answer, I do answer it. Yeah. And I have like a group of people on my like primary DMs that I've never met before, and we just always talk, and like we're just like, oh yeah, or they'll reply to my stories and be like, I love this, or they send me recipes and stuff. So it's really cool.
That's awesome. So I guess that's some way that social media has really helped you with your journey, is making that community more official, making it beyond who you could meet, especially
Mm.
in 2020 when we're all kind of in various stages of not being able to meet people.
Yeah, exactly.
But would you say that social media has like hindered your journey at all or made it harder for you in any way?
Um, I don't I don't think so.
That's good.
Hard to say because I've kind of been since quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
I have been in like a slump because I loved going to the gym. Like that was just like my thing, which is like you're probably like, shut up, Sarah. Like no one's going to the gym. But I actually
Time,
did.
right? Like I think of that as it's
Yeah.
time you're investing in yourself.
And like it's how I started off. I was going to the gym. So that's kind of like where I get my motivation is that routine. And working out at home is very difficult because you're like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I need
I don't know, but I meant to, but now it's been 3 hours. What about
exactly. Or like, oh no, I have plans later, and then I'm gonna have to shower and then like wash my hair and blow dry. Yeah. So it has really affected me, which is like it's probably affected a lot of people. I also know some people who have been thriving with their fitness during quarantine, which is super annoying.
dare they?
How dare Yeah, get out. We don't need that, but also good for you.
I've spent a lot more time outside than I ever have, maybe since I was a kid. I think that's the one. Like I'll take walks now. I don't have a dog. That would be helpful. I'll have an imaginary dog.
Walks are amazing. Yeah. And you're right. I've been doing like tennis and soccer and with my friends and stuff because there's nothing else to do. So yeah, it has, I don't think Instagram or like my whole thing with TikTok and Instagram has had anything to do with it. But I think I have been in a slump mostly because I'm also, I mean, I'm still consistently losing weight, but it has just like slowed down a little bit. And I've been like I don't know, just like enjoying time with family, friends, like eating food, drinking. So I've kind of, I'm pretty much living in like if I were to be completely happy with my weight and stuff, this is probably what my life would be like, where I'm still eating shitty food, but also still like I'm in like the perfect balance right now.
You're living in that place where this is your new healthy lifestyle and you have everything. You have the good and the treats.
Exactly.
And all of it. Yeah.
I can't complain, but I definitely have not been strict with working out or eating at all.
I mean, with the stress of this year, it's really it's really anything. I feel like being kind to oneself and really giving yourself props for like making it through the day sometimes, depending on people's situation. And then
without crying.
What a workout, am I right?
Yeah, and it didn't help because I moved back during quarantine into my parents' house. So and they just have the best food. Their pantry is stocked. We were drinking red wine every night. Yeah, so that didn't help at all. But now I've actually moved into my new place with my roommates, so I can kind of get my own routine because I thrive on like routine and being independent and just like doing my own thing. So hopefully that will help.
Yeah, I hear you. I feel like routine is something I've always avoided because I don't know, in terms of my concept of self, I was like, I'm like a free spirit. I'm so free. I don't want a routine, which is bullshit, right? Like I have a bedtime. I'm sleeping better. I feel great. Like, I feel like sleep for me is a huge part of things that I need to get under control to get my health under control. Drinking water, eating. Yeah, the routine thing is also extra weird this year so were you already able to switch from day-to-day job to social media job before 2020, like before everything shut down?
No, so I so my TikTok started blowing up in February of
Mm.
2020.
Mm-hmm.
And then I honestly didn't. So I still do. So my job is freelance marketing.
Mm.
So I've always worked from home since maybe last November.
Mm.
I switched. So I was working from home either way. I was doing like some marketing jobs. And then COVID hit. Everyone's like, oh, I'm working from home. I'm like, join the club. I already do this. And then and then I was still doing that. And then I was able to kind of make the switch where I was able to pay my rent through TikTok and stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I still do like odd jobs here and there because there's no way being an influencer would completely support my life, especially living in Southern California. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's well, and it's all in the same boat for you then. This is kind of cool that you're expanding on and that your social media presence and that your lifestyle choices are helping grow what you're passionate about, marketing.
Yeah.
That they
Yeah,
all kind of feed
exactly.
into each other. It's very integrated. It's really
It
cool.
is. It is. It's weird. And it's so funny. Like when I was at my heaviest,
Mm-hmm.
I would tell myself like one day I'm gonna lose all this weight
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna post about it and I'm gonna like be an influencer. I literally, it's almost like I manifested it. It's so weird. I never thought it was gonna happen.
That's wild.
The reason I said that is because I don't know if you've heard of she's an influencer called Mari. I don't know how to say her last.
Andrew? No, she's an artist.
No, she's an influencer. She's a fit. She and I have very similar stories.
Oh,
Mari. Oh no. People in the influencer or in the fitness world know her. Like
cool. I'll
she's
have to
like
check her out. I'm pretty new to this whole world, so I'm excited.
yeah, Mari Lulin. I don't know how to say her last name. But yeah, I mean you can't see that. But yeah, she has a similar story and her boyfriend were both overweight and then they just like switched and they're both like hot bods. But yeah, she was like my inspiration. I saw her, like I've been following her for years, and I saw her and I was like, wow, like how amazing would that be to like lose all that, not only lose all that weight, but then be able to like inspire people and like have that be your job. Like that's awesome. So I like saw that and I was like, that'd be so cool. Never thought it would happen. I was also at like 320 pounds. And then this happened. And I was like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Literal dream come true in 2 ways.
Yeah, exactly. And now she actually follows me on my Instagram, which is insane. And she has 1.3 mil and she follows me and I'm like, oh my God, this is my dream come true.
I was gonna say that's a really great question is what does success mean to you? Like beyond numbers, right? Beyond weight, what does success feel like and how do you treat yourself or celebrate yourself? Maybe without food. Or maybe
yeah, definitely with food. Food is a so I don't know. I'm kind of like hard on myself because obviously this magazine feature was a big deal, but I'm still like I still feel like I'm not completely successful. Like I still want to do some more stuff. I think for me it's like I don't really care about numbers. I did at first because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. And then I would look at my like I'd be like, oh my gosh, why isn't this post getting enough likes or whatever? Or I would lose followers and I would be upset. But now I honestly don't even really look at that. What really matters to me is the people who reach out to me, like they really get me in the soft spot. Like some of the stuff that people say is just like so amazing. And it was a turning point for me a couple months in, because I was seeing the numbers and I was kind of like, oh my gosh, like why haven't I gotten this many likes or whatever? And then I started to see, I was seeing it as numbers, but then I started getting messages and comments, and I'm like, I think someone messaged me and they were like, hey, I don't really engage in your Instagram at all, but I've been following you for like 6 months or however long it was, and or no, it was 3 months, and following your advice, and I've lost 45 pounds. And I was like, holy shit, like this is insane. So then I'm like, all right, I was totally focusing on the wrong thing. Like this is awesome. And then more of those messages came. So
Ah,
that's really what I thrive on. Like I love it, especially when people send me their before and afters. Like it's the best. Just like it makes me want to cry every time someone sends me a message like that. And sometimes I do cry.
it's, well, I mean, you're
Um,
only human. So, and
yeah.
with, so celebrating other people's success, is that also what you would say for your own health journey? Success is now the fact that your success has helped other people find success?
100%.
Oh
100%.
my gosh, that is so cool.
Yeah, it's definitely that's I think that's also why I've kind of calmed down with me being so strict, is that
Hmm.
it was like my whole life was about losing weight, and like for that year or so.
Right.
And then once I kind of like got the hang of it, I was like, I can chill out. I'm helping people. Like
Yeah.
I've I've done my job. Like it's not even about me. It's about like spreading my message of how I was able to do it, because there were so many misconceptions for me. I remember trying everything and nothing ever working. Um,
Mm.
oh great, now my gardener's here. Awesome. Oh wait, maybe it's next door because they come on Wednesday. But anyways, yeah, I remember what was I saying? Yeah, trying everything. Like I would try everything and I would go to sleep at night and be like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like why are all the like I would never follow through because it was way too hard for me. I would
And
try like
then you have that voice telling you, oh, you can never follow through.
exactly. I never ever could imagine that I would have been able to lose this weight. Like I literally thought the rest of my life I was going to be overweight, and I just honestly had accepted it.
Mhm.
Because I just thought it was impossible. Like I would go to bed every night and be like, oh, I hope I wake up skinny. Yeah,
Don't we all have those dreams? But
right?
also, but then, so you've talked in the magazine about the reasons, the motivations, the family, the activity level, the travel. But then, what was that turning point then? So if you've been trying all these things, it's been on your mind, you'd accepted it.
Yeah.
What was it? Just that one day it clicked and it felt right, or like how did you?
So
What was that
um,
moment?
there is a turning point. So there were kind of, let's see, there were two things that really like triggered me into doing this.
Yeah.
So one of the things was I was with my boyfriend at the time, and we were going to Knott's Berry Farm,
Oh.
is an amusement park down here.
Uh-huh.
And we had waited in line for 2 hours to get on this one ride, and we get on and I literally could not fit in the seat. Like they in
Oh.
front of everyone, they just told me that I couldn't go on the ride, and like in front of everyone waiting, and I was with my boyfriend, and I was just like, so it was like probably the worst day of my life, honestly. It was just so embarrassing and horrible. And then that was one of the traumatic things. But
Yeah.
then I still didn't do anything, but that was kind of just like
Right, because shame's not a very good motivator. It just makes you feel worse.
exactly.
Right. Yeah.
So the actual turning point was my uncle had passed away, and my whole extended family lives in Australia. So
Mm.
we were gonna have to fly to Australia for the funeral. And I was like mortified of flying because of my size. I
Right.
either like couldn't fit in the seat or I needed a seatbelt extender. And I almost didn't go to the funeral because of that. And it just I was just like, I wasn't embarrassed or anything. I was more like, you know what? Excuse my language, but fuck this. Like I'm not living my life like this. Like my one of my favorite people just died. I want to go to the funeral and be with my family and like celebrate his life or whatever. And like I might not go because of something I have direct control over. Like that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, so I was just like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Uh, and
Damn. No, but like that's a huge that emotional weight of realizing that like we do have control and that we want to do it for people we love, even if it's to celebrate them when they're not here anymore. It's
yeah, exactly. So that was I ended up going because I my parents had to buy me a first class ticket to because I was in Washington State at the time.
Mhm.
So from Washington to LA, and then my sister and I flew together to Australia, and she was sitting next to me, so like that was all fine,
Right.
which is like stupid that we even have to think about that stuff because like obviously I was too big for the seat, and if there was someone I didn't know next to me, it would have been like uncomfortable.
Mm.
So yeah, so then right when I got back from that trip, I just like kicked my ass into gear, and I was like, screw this, like this is bullshit. And then I had heard about a calorie deficit from one of my friends at the gym.
Mhm.
All right, like this seems good. And I have used my Fitness Pal before, but I wasn't really it still wasn't really clicking. So yeah, I found out my calorie deficit. I started eating like that Monday through Thursday or Friday, depending on the week. I was very, very strict. And then on the weekends, I would eat literally whatever I wanted at the time. So if I was craving like whatever I was craving through the week, I'm like, okay, 4 more days till the weekend,
Oh,
3 more days till the weekend. Then I could eat my mac and cheese from KFC or like my Big Mac, my large McDonald's fries. And it like really worked for me because during the Monday through Friday, obviously I was very big. So I was like 330 pounds. So Monday through the Friday, I would be losing like a pound a day almost. And so that was like what, 5 pounds. And then I would eat whatever bullshit I wanted on the weekends.
yeah.
And I would probably like average out to like 3 pounds a week. So I was losing like 3 pounds a week or 4 pounds a week consistently.
Wow.
And after the first like 3 weeks, I was like, holy shit, like that's not that bad. I can do that.
Yeah.
Um,
It seemed you made like a really sustainable. You didn't say I can never have this again or I'm
and I will never do that. I will never do that.
Mhm.
And I don't recommend people doing that because I'm also a very I can have I can be strict with myself and have that what's the word? I don't know.
Self-control. I don't know.
I can have that self-control, but like I don't want to. Like what's a life where you can't have the food that you like?
Yeah,
You
what's the point of a life in which you're only focusing on what you don't have
know?
or in what you're not good enough for or
Then
in and
you
I don't
start if you limit, if you say even if I said I can never have these again, I will start obsessing over having those
Mm.
because
Mhm.
you want what you can't have. So it's like you should never limit yourself to not being able to eat certain things. You should always eat what you want. Just it's all about balance. And
Mm.
that's such a cliche thing to say. And I never understood that until I started doing it, but it's so true. Like you can treat yourself, you can drink, you can do whatever you want. You just need to find a lifestyle that works for you. Sorry, I'm making sure my computer is plugged in.
No, you're good. Yeah, and making sure that you're checking in with yourself.
Exactly.
That's
And it's important to note that like not anyone else's journey is going to work for you. So like looking at someone and being like, I'm going to do exactly that because it worked for them, so it's going to work for me. Like you're always going to have little things that you should change or, you know, not do because it's not going to work for you, and it's okay if it doesn't.
So I guess what the journey means maybe to you, and I'm summarizing, so let me know if I've missed it, but it seems like you're saying it's really like negotiating a relationship with yourself. I'm listening to what I need. This is what I want. Like, and I don't need to cut out the things that make me happy or sacrifice who I am for the goal. It's all about building that trust.
100%. Yeah.
I love
Because
that.
it's all about, everyone has different lifestyles, routines, things that make you happy, things that don't make you happy. So it's important. You need to tailor your life to make it sustainable for you. You need a lifestyle that you can
Still your
keep.
life. It's still your life. You can't just take this time out and be like, for 1 year, I don't exist as a human. I'm going to be a robot who gets really fit. And you might work, but then you'll either lose all the friends and the family and the life that you had. If you cut them out, you won't have any fun. Like,
exactly. So
you'll go back to it and gain weight. I feel like I've done that in the past. I've tried different things and been like, I can do this. I can do this for whatever. And then realize
for the gym every morning at like 5 a.m. It's like, no, if you don't like doing that, like don't do that.
Right.
If you don't like going to the gym, don't go to the gym. Just find an activity that you like doing that burns calories and do it. You don't have to be lifting weight. I like working out and stuff, but like if you don't like working out, go play tennis, go for a walk, go dancing, like do whatever.
Dancing is the best.
Right? It is the best.
Dancing / that's also how I get myself to clean, is I'll put on music and I'll be like dancing and be like, and I'll do my laundry.
With the vacuum, you're like,
oh yeah. Oh, I love a vacuum for that very reason. I'm like, look how hard I'm working and pushing this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess to tie it into Funny Fat Friend with the function, food, and fitness, can you give me 5 words about your goal that like sum up who you are or what you want your journey to be? Any 5 words. They can be colors, they can be descriptors, they can be.
Oh no.
I know, I love these.
Okay, wait, to sum up my journey or to sum up like
or your goal of the journey. So if you're, so obviously like weight loss was the journey, but also it was about your relationships and it was about these other things. So with that, what are 5 words that describe your goal, your lifestyle, what you want, that kind of thing?
Happiness is a big one.
Okay.
Because you can be as fit and hot as you want, and if you're not happy, it does not matter. Respect for myself, I would say respect, because I at the time I honestly didn't do it for anything else besides me. And working out and treating your body well, being active, eating well, that's like one of the only things in life that you'll do that is only for you. So that's a big thing for me. Like I learned how to like respect myself, and because at the end of the day, if you're treating your body like shit and not doing certain things, like you're not really like respecting yourself in a way.
Right. It's a very physical way to build self-respect or self, is very much like I give these gifts to myself.
Yeah. And you learn like self-control. So now you're like, if I can do this, what else can't I do? You know?
Ooh, I love that. Okay. So happiness, respect. These are amazing.
I know I'm digging deep. Okay. Happiness, respect, balance, LOL, cliche. 5. There's 5. Okay, 2 more. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, how about then if there is something about this that brings you the most joy, what would that be for the fourth?
About my journey.
Yeah, so to find that fourth word, like, is there like, what does joy mean? Like, what is that word? Is it your dog? Is it the movement? Is it
Um, it would probably be probably confidence, honestly.
confidence? Yes.
I've always been a super confident person,
Mhm.
but yeah, now I don't know. I'm just like I have awesome confidence.
So
Even
does
some
that mean like the mean voice in the back of your head? Like, how do you clap back at that then? You know, I'm sure we all have it, even
oh
very,
yeah,
even confidence, you know.
for sure, for sure. Yeah, I'm like a crazy overthinker, so I always have like those little things where I'm just like overthinking everything and I'm being hard
Mhm.
on myself. But yeah, I think confidence because once I found that like self-respect and um figured out that I can like kind of like I lost 140 pounds. Like not many people can say they've done that. I kind of just have been like uh I don't like praise myself, but it's like important to for you to like recognize your accomplishments.
You should celebrate yourself. You
Yeah,
have
and
done an
celebrate it.
incredible thing.
Yeah, and that's not even like it doesn't even have to be weight loss, you know, it can be like whatever you do in your life. Like you can be like, wow, I really did that. Like I did that.
And letting yourself feel it, like letting that actually not just be like the roll off compliment we do, you know, when people are like, oh yeah, thank you. Oh my God. But
Yeah.
really letting that be a part of who you are.
Yeah, at the end of the day, just like remembering all that you've accomplished, because we always look at what we have to accomplish,
Mm.
but we never really like look back and we're like, we did this, we like I did this, I did this, I did this. That's awesome. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, and then it's given me a lot of like mental confidence, like crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Confidence. Okay. So for the last one,
Okay.
something silly, something wild, something that maybe is an inside joke to yourself. It doesn't have to mean anything to us, but something about your journey that is a key word for you.
Oh, I'm also super weird, so like
I
I'm
love
like the weirdest, goofiest person ever, which I try to show that more on my Instagram too, but
No, I
um
get it. I mean that's what people love about you is it comes off polished. You really do come off really put together, but it's
thank
so
you.
relatable and fresh.
I'm
So.
not. I try so hard, but I'm not. Um I would say uh, an inside joke.
Doesn't have to be an inside joke, just something that means something to you, a keyword, a phrase, something you get stuck in
Okay.
your head, you know.
Okay. So I have this picture
Uh-huh.
of myself when I was at my heaviest,
Uh-huh.
and it's me like I have like this awesome view behind me,
Mhm.
me like flipping off the camera. And so I like to like send it to my friends and be like, "Fat Sarah says fuck off."
Ah! That Sarah says fuck off.
Fat Sarah
I
says fuck off.
Oh my God.
That's probably like, and I like will randomly just send it to my sister or my friends, and they just like die because it's just the funniest. I
I love that. Oh, I'm so
if
sorry.
I can find it.
Oh my God, please. I would love it. I that Sarah says fuck off. That is amazing.
I love it. And then yesterday was it a couple days ago? My family took me out to dinner because we wanted to celebrate the magazine,
Mhm, mhm.
and they got I've come to the point where I can like we can all joke about like how big I was basically.
Woo, how long did it take you to get to that point?
Probably like a couple months ago, honestly. But I my parents, I don't know if you saw put my sister and my mom got one of those cakes where you can like print the print anything on the cake. So they printed my like the magazine, which is, it was so cute. I can actually show you that later too.
Oh my God.
And then it was like the small cake, and my roommate was like, you got her cake for losing weight. But it was like a small cake, and my dad was like, oh yeah, like we just got the small cake, so but if we wanted to fit your whole before picture, we would have had to get the bigger cake.
What?
I'm like, okay, Dad. It's funny to me. It's super funny to me, because like if you can't laugh at yourself, like what are you gonna do?
No, it's so true. And also I feel like that's kind of at least proof of self-acceptance, but also a way to gain self-acceptance is to realize it doesn't have to be as serious as it really.
Yeah, and I don't want to, like, I'm not gonna avoid the fact that like that was my life, you know? Like
Right.
I've kind of come to terms when I did post my before picture, and I still do, that like that was my life. Like I don't want to like avoid, or I don't want to pretend that wasn't a thing. Like that was a thing. That was a big part of my life, was being heavy. I found the picture for you. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh my God. I can't. Fuck yes.
Just like, fuck you.
Oh my God. Well, and you know what? Fat Sarah's beautiful too. Like the trying to cut out a part of your life before a certain point is like saying that that wasn't your life. And it
exactly. And I'm not going to do that. And I am the exact, well, not exact, but I am almost the exact same person as I was back then. Like I have the exact same sense of humor. I have the exact same mindset. I have the same confidence. Obviously I'm more confident, but back then I was very confident too. Like,
where'd you go, Sarah? It was getting so good. Stay tuned. She's connecting.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Oh my God, I thought we lost you.
I'm so sorry. My computer died even though it's plugged in. So sorry.
We're like, oh well, bye.
Just so into it, and come here. Come on, come say hi. Oh,
hello. But I really loved what you were saying about how you were the same person. You were just as, you had all the same values. You were just as valuable a life, so people don't need to feel less than no matter where they are on their journey.
Exactly. Yeah. And you have to like appreciate all the small things that you accomplish as well. So it's not like, oh, I'm not where I want to be. So, yeah, you just have to recognize those things, and it's the little things, because you're not going to lose 80 pounds overnight, like, or even in a couple months. You have to make those small steps and celebrate, everything that you accomplish, because it's your journey and you have to give yourself credit,
Yeah. And I think that also, at least I've been sort of contemplating the idea of when I get stuck, when I'm feeling down, when it's hard for me to continue, the things that come into my head are often the lack of value versus wanting to have more value as a person. And that's really none of these choices are going to give me more value. That is something I find in myself, and something I already have,
Absolutely. Yeah. It's the most important thing is your self-worth and your confidence, and that's not going to change whether you lose weight, or not. It's all about, which I have found that through losing weight,
right?
But it's not, at first when I started, all I wanted to do is be skinny. All I wanted to do was look like people I saw on Instagram.
Right.
And that's, so I kind of started for, not the wrong reasons, but that was just my idea of what I wanted to achieve. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just throughout my journey, it was just way more than that. Like I just found a strength in myself that I never knew I had. And it just gives me the drive to do anything that I want to, you know, because we are so mentally and physically strong. We are so much stronger than we believe.
Yeah.
Like, I never thought I could do this. And in reality, like, if you set your mind to something, not to sound cliche again, but like, if you set your mind to something and you really like push yourself to do it, you can 100% do it, 100%. And some things may hold you back, but you just gotta flip them off, you know? Fat Sarah says fuck off.
If you could say something to yourself right before this journey, or as you were beginning this journey, what would you say to yourself?
I would say not to be too hard on myself, because like I was saying, like, it's really about the small things. Like, I started off thinking I would have to go to the gym 2 hours every day and like lift the heaviest weights and be one of those like gym buffs, and then only eat like broccoli and brown rice and chicken, dry ass chicken. But it's like not it. Our whole idea around weight loss and being healthy is not what it is at all. Like, it's not what it seems. Because that was the misconception that I had. And I would push myself I would be really hard on myself. Like, oh, you ate that? Like, no, that's never going to happen again. So, yeah, it's definitely not to be too hard on yourself. And that's what I would tell everyone else. Just set small achievable goals for yourself. And when you achieve them, celebrate, and don't cut out anything that you enjoy doing.
You have been amazing. Thanks so much for being warm and open.
Of course, I love the whole idea of eating during our
Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. I'm good because I'm eating. I am so when we were talking about like the DMs and stuff, and how like I can't answer everyone and all their like long questions, which is what prompted me to be like, hey, I should write like an ebook / guide about my whole journey. Like, kind of all, I'm gonna have like a frequently asked questions page. So it'd be awesome to just have one place where everything is. People can just get all the information from that, all of that good stuff. So I'm working on that right now with my sister, and we're hoping to release it before the end of the year. So yeah, stay tuned for that. There's this other thing. I'm gonna take you with me. I don't know if you've
a tour. An exclusive, everyone.
Let's go. Follow me. These mango bars from Trader Joe's. I don't know if you've had them.
Not.
I need to post about them again because I think I posted about them a while ago. Okay, can I flip the camera? Ooh. There we go. Nope. Okay. These mango bars, they're like little creamsicles. They're so good. Here. They're small, so they come in like they're how many calories? Oh no, I opened one. I guess I'll have to eat it.
Oh darn!
They're only 3 bars are 160 calories. So what is that? 40? Am I good at math?
I don't know,
but 40?
I'm so into this right now. Like, also, what a Munchin with Mel miracle that now you have to snack on those. Like, oops, you opened it.
I know, right? It's awesome. I'm totally gonna eat that. But yeah, these are the best things I have ever eaten in my whole life. And I'm a huge mango person too. So you definitely need, and it's from Trader Joe's. So you definitely need to try it. Yeah, I love it.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks again. We'll let you go. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Thanks again. You guys are awesome.
Thanks. Take care.